Hello and welcome back for another grammar mini lesson. Today we're going to talk about adjectives. First of all, what is an adjective? An adjective is a word or phrase naming an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. There are two main types of adjectives. First, we have an attributive adjective. An attributive adjective comes before the noun, as we can see in the example here. That fancy hat is hers. Fancy is our adjective. It is describing our noun, hat. As we can see in this example, this attributive adjective is coming before the noun, hat. The second type of adjective we have is predicative. Predicative adjectives come after the verb. As we can see in this example, her hat is fancy. Hat here is our noun, and fancy is the adjective describing the noun. In between the noun and the adjective is a verb, is. We can see that fancy, our adjective, is coming after the verb, so we know it's a predicative adjective. Let's try some of these together. What type of adjective is it? So first we want to find our noun, the word the adjective is going to be describing. Her hair is blue. We can see in this example that hair is our noun. We can see that her is a pronoun describing hair, so we know that that is not what we're looking for. But then we see blue. We know that blue is referring to a color that hair can be. So this is our adjective. And where is the adjective? After a verb following the noun. So we know that this is a predicative adjective because it is coming after a verb rather than before the noun. Let's look at another example. It was a chilly night last night. It was a chilly night last night. We can see that night is our noun, and right before it is the word chilly, an adjective describing what type of night it was. Since this adjective comes right before the noun, we know it's an attributive adjective. Finally, we have his talk was interesting. Talk is our noun, and interesting is our adjective describing that noun. Between the noun and the adjective is a verb, was. So we know that the adjective is following that verb, making it a predicative adjective. Now take some time to do these next few on your own. All right, let's look over the answers together. First, let's try to find our noun. That big car is his. You can see that car is our noun. And right before it is big, a word describing what type of car it is. This word is an adjective describing the noun. It comes right before the noun, so we know it's an attributive adjective. Second, here we have she had a red umbrella. Umbrella is a noun, a thing that we're talking about. Right before that comes red, a color, describing the color of the umbrella. So this is another attributive adjective coming right before the noun. Finally, we have Ella's story was frightening. Story is our noun in the noun phrase, and frightening is our adjective describing what type of story it was or how the story was. In between the noun and the adjective is a verb, was, making the adjective following a verb, telling us that this is a predicative adjective. Let's review. An adjective is a word or phrase naming an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. They can be either attributive or predicative, with attributive coming before the noun and predicative coming after the verb. You did some excellent work today with some great adjectives. I look forward to seeing you in the next grammar mini lesson.